That's good. So like I said earlier in the previous video that you just left, I really don't have an agenda, so there's no time limit. I'm trying to go with the flow. And I started part 2, so we'll continue. The most important part that you need to understand, and I'm going to repeat, I am not a human being having a spiritual experience. At what time I thought that's what I was. I spent a long time, a very long time, disconnected from God. I was under the illusion for a very long time, a very large portion of my life. I was under the illusion that I was disconnected from God because I didn't understand, I didn't feel. It's not what I hear, it's not what I learned in church, it's not what I learned through traditions. I couldn't make that connection. And luckily I came through. So about 10 years ago, my journey took me to a place where I felt that I reconnected with God, and I am now having a spiritual experience. I've evolved from human to more spiritual, and I thought I was right on track. I was happy because, you know, it all made sense to me, like it makes sense to all of you. But let's fast forward 10 years to where I'm at now, you know, and through a lot of research and looking at nature and looking at everything around me and decoding everything. Because that's one thing that I do, is I spend my time efficiently. You know, I haven't always been this way. But what I figured out in life that works very well with me, and if you take this into consideration, it will work very well for you, is that I operate under the maximum efficiency, minimal effort. So I am very efficient. I've done a lot of research, and in my journey, I now see I've never been disconnected from God. I've always been a spiritual being. That's why I came here to this planet, to have this human experience. And each one of you that are living right now, once you realize this, your whole life will change. And it's not nothing that happens overnight. It's something that develops with time. And it's only going to develop if you put in the effort to do your research. Don't take anything that I say as being, this is what it is. Because this is entertainment. You do the research and confirm for yourself that what you hear is true. And then integrate that into your belief systems. And there's many belief systems. There's so many perspectives. There's so many angles. I can't really get into it at this moment, but I'll probably cover that later on, if you guys show interest in what you hear. So going back to realizing that I'm not a human being having a spiritual experience, and realizing that I am a spiritual being having a human experience, when you look at it, at life or your existence from that angle, everything else gets easier around you. At that moment, you could release yourself from external pressures. They don't really apply to you. That's the goal, is for you to wake up and understand that once you do the research, and through trial and error, and through all the mistakes that you make in life, eventually the time will come where you've learned the lessons that you needed to learn. It's very similar to, this is people that's had conversations with me. I explain it the easiest way possible that'll cover multi-generations. Life is a video game. When you wake up, when you think you're awake, you're actually daydreaming. If you live yourself based on time, based on the media, based on the programming that you receive in school, based on you integrating your corporate lives and making it who you are, you're much greater than that. You're all that plus a bag of chips. Once you realize that you're a spiritual being having a human experience, you came here to enjoy everything that this dimension offers you. Suffering is part of the design. Suffering is part of the design. The moments that we make the most progress are at the same moments that you suffer the most. That's the incentive. When you bump your head against the wall many times, you eventually figure out it's not wise for me to continue bumping my head. So if you're living a life where you feel that you're continually bumping your head, constantly finding the obstacles, embrace those obstacles and learn from it. Eventually, you're going to get it right. There's no time limit. But be thorough as you play this video game, which is life. I'm going to leave you with that thought because my mind has jumped off track and I want to start fresh with something new. So I'm putting this video out there. If you like it, I would appreciate some feedback. If you want to continue this digital dialogue, then I am going to be creating a separate page so you could filter out the entertainment from the knowledge and add me as your friend, and when I put something up, check it out. If you don't like it, pause it, watch later. If it doesn't entertain you enough, there's 1,000,001 other channels available there. But if you really feel that you're in a place in your life where you want to grow, then you're right here, right now. Let's continue on this journey and see where it takes us. Because the only way we're going to change things in this world is for all of us to wake up one by one at the right times. We have no control over that. It's not a rush. This is not about getting multiple degrees. It doesn't work like that. But be wise with your time. Don't be entertained. Do your research and seek knowledge. Understand who you really are and what you represent. Understand what really is all around you, and basically it all boils down to family. That's the bottom line. We start from there. Let's start with family. There's plenty of other things to learn. We're not going to cover it all in one video. So stay tuned if you like. Hit me up with any feedback that you have, and hopefully I can continue doing this as I'm inspired. Hopefully this works. Hopefully I didn't bore you. If you're still here, I want to thank you. Add me as your friend. Press pause and play and go back and revisit and just hear it a second time or a third time. It's better than looking at the news. It's better than looking at music videos. It's better than playing video games. Peace.